So we want attachment and we want authenticity. But when attachment is at risk, we compromise authenticity to try to bolster our connection, our attachment. We do it as children. It makes perfect sense. Very smart children. But as adults, we get to have both. It's really scary. It's really, really scary that we think attachment is compromised if we share ourselves. If I tell you or say to you exactly what I want in a moment, that our connection, attachment could be compromised. I won't get what I need. And it makes so much sense that as children, that's what happened with our parents, with our friends. But it's just, as adults, it just feels left over. Because I don't like every adult. I can't like every adult. There's too many people to like. I don't have the space or the time or the bandwidth. And so why are we so afraid that one in particular won't like us or something? Like I think love is unconditional. I think if you are who you are and you're not coming from a place of lack, then there's qualities, things in you that are desirable, that are beautiful, that people want to be with. Not everybody will want to be with, but you will find people. I think where someone's like, I'm just being who I am and no one likes me because of it, might often be because it's coming from a place of lack, a place of like, oh, I need attachment. I need, like, how do I get it? What do I use? What do I tinker in my authenticity to ensure I get attachment? But I think if you just hold each in balance, like, I need attachment and I need to be honest. And then you listen to, it's all about waiting for impact. If you wait for impact, if you hold the space for how you being you impacts someone else, then attachment can't help but be there. Connection can't help but be there. That's the most profound thing that happens in circling, is like two people can be really mad at each other and they'd be like, I'm really fucking mad at you. Like, you said that thing and I can't believe you'd say that, blah, blah. And then the other person gets to share how they're impacted by it. It means that you get to express whatever it is you want to express in the world. But the agreement that you're making by prioritizing connection is that you are agreeing to receive how your actions have altered the world outside of you or the people outside of you. You're receiving someone's sadness or receiving someone's madness or receiving someone's gladness or receiving someone's discontent. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything with it. It doesn't mean that you are responsible for it. But you are, the exchange that happens is, I get to be fully who I am and put that out in the world. And you get to share fully how that impacts you. And I will receive fully how that impacts you. We're both going to wait and see. Like, instead of reacting, we're going to respond. Waiting for impact. I keep tripping over how wonderful it feels. The connection that can come from anger, or the connection that can come from sad, or just the connection that happens when two people both feel seen in a space together. An opportunity to be fully seen, heard, and felt. That's all. Just a settling into being with what is. Like, this human experience we have is a lot. Even just like sitting here in this moment, there's sounds, there's feelings, there's sensations in my body, there's smells. One layer above that, there's desires, there's wants, there's thoughts. And every little thing impacts all of those thoughts, feelings, sensations, and desires and wants. How much coffee did I drink this morning? Have I eaten yet today? Are there people walking around outside? Like, what do I think of this person right here? How is the person who I'm talking to impacting me? Circling is just a strengthening of that muscle that's like, what's going on in me? And trusting that this body mind like knows what's going on a little bit. Sometimes even faster than the thoughts do. You know, like, do I want to get up and walk away? Do I want to stay seated here? And the story is like, why do I want to get up and walk away? Or why do I want to stay seated? And the story, we can play with stories all day. But instead, if you go just below the story, it's just, what is this body leaning towards, leaning away from? And what's it like if I follow it and I listen? In circling, you notice the desire to run and you share it. You don't get up and run. And so it is this deep practice of noticing those desires, sharing them. And I think by sharing them, you no longer stifle them. But it doesn't mean that you follow all of them. Like, it's a deep practice of noticing. And so two people are relating and you see a desire, you have a desire to leave, and you say, wow, everything in my body is telling me to get up and leave. Oh, it's getting stronger. And you hear how that impacts the other person. And maybe you'll exacerbate it. Maybe they say, oh, I don't care. And it drives your attachment, your repulsion from that interaction even stronger. But it's about noticing, and then from a place of choice and a place of responsiveness, not reactivity, choosing what it is you want to do. Choosing if in this interaction where you have a desire to leave, if you keep saying to leave, you say, okay, will anything here serve me any longer? I don't think so. I think I'm done. And you get up and go.